অভ্যাগত সবাইকে অনেক ধন্যবাদ। বাংলাদেশ মানেই আমার কাছে অনেকটা আবেগ, অনেকগুলো প্রিয় মুখ। তো বাংলাদেশে যখন সায়েন্স বিহাইন্ড দ্য টিউবস এই টক দেওয়ার জন্য বিডি টিমের আমন্ত্রণ পেলাম, আমি ভেবেছিলাম অফলাইন, কারণ হয়তো আপনাদের সঙ্গে আবার যোগাযোগের সুযোগ হবে। তো আমি সাদরে সেটা গ্রহণ করলাম, কিন্তু অনলাইন হলেও একটু অনলাইনের মাধ্যমেও যোগাযোগ, সেটাও বা কম কি। তো আপনাদের সবাইকে স্বাগত। So today my talk is on tube verification or validation, the keys to solve many pre-examination errors or pre-analytical errors. তো টকটা শুরু করার সময় মনে হলো যে এখন আমরা কবি পক্ষ পালন করছি। সদ্য আমরা 25শে বৈশাখে রবীন্দ্র জয়ন্তী পালন করেছি। তো কবিগুরু রবীন্দ্রনাথ ঠাকুরেরই একটা উক্তি দিয়ে এই টকের সূচনা করা যায়। ভুল করার সকল দরজা যদি বন্ধ করে দাও, তাহলে ঠিক করার রাস্তাও বন্ধ হয়ে যায়। তো আমরা যখন ল্যাবের সম্বন্ধে বলি প্রি এক্সামিনেশন এরার্স অর প্রি অ্যানালাইটিক্যাল এরার্স, তো বিচ্যুতি বা ভুল বা এরার্স হবে না সেটা হয়তো সম্ভব নয়। সেটা যদি আমরা বলিও যে ভুল করার সকল দরজা বন্ধ করে দিয়েছি আমরা, তখন দিস ইজ টু ফিক্সড মাইন্ডেড। ভুল হবেই। ভুলটাকে কি করে কারেক্টিভ অ্যাকশনের মাধ্যমে, রুট কজ অ্যানালাইসিসের মাধ্যমে, প্রিভেন্টিভ অ্যাকশনের মাধ্যমে আমরা কম করতে পারি, বা ভবিষ্যতে যেন একই রকমের বিচ্যুতি না হয়, সেটা আমরা রিস্ক অ্যানালাইসিসের মাধ্যমে বন্ধ করতে পারি, সেটাই আজকের আমাদের বিচার্য বিষয়। So this is our lab. We are using total lab automation. So when we talk the blood collection tube and total lab automation, so let's see what is the road to sustainable operation and clinical excellence. So this you may have heard, or you may have seen this kind of errors in your lab. So this is one case during the COVID time. We know that interleukin 6 or IL-6 was a very prominent marker. Everybody used to recommend that, everybody used to do that. So this is actually that came in WhatsApp. So all over India, it was circulating in our WhatsApp groups. So interleukin 6 from one lab, it was reported 3000 picogram per ml in the morning. So immediately when it was OPD patient, and actually blood was collected by one lab, by the collection center. So when it reached the hospital setup or lab setup, the value was reported 3000 picogram per ml. So the patient contacted the clinician, and clinician told, seeing the value of 3000, he thought it may be case of cytokine storm, although patient had only 1 day of fever and not uh, much breathless. So not much symptomatic, thinking that it can be case of cytokine storm. But the clinician asked the patient to go to hospital emergency and get admitted. So when patient reached hospital emergency, so they did RRT-PCR and then interleukin 6. So RRT-PCR was positive, and interleukin 6 that time came 126 picogram per ml. And in the meantime, patient actually did blood collection through another lab. So then IL-6 of that lab was 6 picogram per ml. So what do you think? Why there are so much variations of one interleukin 6 levels in different times of the same patient? So then patient told his physician all the values like 3000 to 126 to 6. So all the values when patient told. So then the clinicians and clinician involved with this patient, they are thinking what lab result to believe or which one is a good lab. So, in our lab life, we use our intelligence, discipline, and creativity. And based on that, we say, oh, this lab seems to be good, reporting good results. Or sometimes you may be getting call from the clinicians, oh, Bernali, what report you have reported is not matching with my clinical scenario. And if you see this person can be you or me. So we do lot of audit as a auditor. So I, being a College of American Pathologist inspector, and as well as our national accreditation body assessor, NAPL assessor. So what we do? We do sample audit for CAP, College of American Pathologist. We usually do 1 day inspection, or for NABL, we do 2 days inspection or audit or assessment. So based on that, we say, oh, this lab seems to be good, or there are no deficiencies or non-compliances, or there are so many deficiencies or non-compliances. So this is our today's lab cartoon, our lab system. So now let's see what is maybe the reason for this interleukin 6 different kind of variation. So many times when during my inspection or assessment, I have seen the samples are transported in different modes of transports in India, um, uh, auto and other. But although I have not seen till now the elephants, but yeah. So what do you think? Why there are so much variation from 3000 to 6 interleukin 6 level? Do you think sample integrity is the issue? So yes, in this case, that time when we have analyzed, we have seen interleukin 6 result has or interleukin 6, there are many cases reported of pre-analytical or pre-examination errors. So why interleukin 6 is so important? So let's see one case. This was in January 2020, January, February. So when this COVID pandemic just started, so there was 56-year-old physician, history of fever, colds in 6 days, associated with cough, with expectorant, history of severe body ache and decreased appetite, mild hypertensive, history of contact in suspected cases because he was treating patient, and history of similar complaints in close family. Started on hydroxychloroquine on his own on day 3, and day 6 our RT-PCR was positive. So if you see all the markers are the range, like here LDH, ferritin, T-dimer, CPK, all the markers, LFT, deranged, triglyceride. Then CRP was 21.6 milligram per deciliter. Procalcitonin was, because we used to see procalcitonin mildly raised or maybe many times normal, 0.02. Interleukin 6 was 126 picogram per ml. So, and this is the CBC NLR ratio is deranged. So this physician initial treatment started with paracetamol, ceftriaxone, and hydroxychloroquine. So this is in 2020. So that time hydroxychloroquine they used to use a lot. Then persistent high fever, day 9, increasing CRP and ferritin. So they started lopanavir, ritonavir, single dose, but they have to stop because of high QTC and fever was increasing, patient was desaturating, chest X-ray showed bilateral infiltrates, cytokine storm is raging, high fever, increased D-dimer, ferritin, LDH, interleukin 6. So this is the case of acute lung injury or acute respiratory distress syndrome. So that time, because it was, you remember, it was 2020. So that time, many times in COVID pandemic, they were experimenting with when clinicians evolved with COVID. So they were treating patients with tocilizumab interleukin 6 receptor blockade. But later they said, like, there is not much role of tocilizumab. So that time they started because interleukin 6 was high. So they wanted to start tocilizumab for this patient. So 400 milligram and repeat dose after 1 day. So with tocilizumab also, fever was persistent, inflammatory markers increase, oxygen requirement. And then after all the treatments, they started patient with methylprednisolone, then 30 milligram daily for 3 days, with no fever, decreased CRP, no oxygen requirement, and patient was discharged. So this is the role that time they wanted to, before giving tocilizumab, wanted to know the baseline value of interleukin 6. So in that patients, if we see so much variability in the results, then it makes a lot of difference in the in the clinician's mind. It is difficult for them to treat. So this is one case, and the first case I shared. So this was another case in another city where they saw, like, in the same day, because of sample transport, the high value of the interleukin 6. So we came to know about interleukin 6. There are peri-analytical issues. So although ours is hospital lab, so but we thought let us check the different at different hours, the sample at room temperature at 2 to 8 degrees centigrade and minus 20 degrees centigrade. And in different cases, we have done in serum sample, and so there we can't see much variation in the values. And then we have uh, tried in plasma samples also. So this is in serum sample and this is in plasma sample. So you can see the difference between the serum and the plasma. But in hospital lab, it was not much difference because the immediately the sample used to come to us. We used to test the sample. And as this was a stat test, so we used to immediately process the sample. But for many lab, when sample was transported in different cities, so then this was a big issue that time during the COVID time. So because of that, as you have seen, the first cases from 3,000 to 6 picogram per ml, the value differs so much for interleukin 6. So this is the role of the pre-analytical issues or pre-analytical or pre-examination challenges. So this is our cases like case 1, 2, 3, and case 3 in serum sample and plasma samples. And this is the difference of the in at different hours this between the serum and plasma sample. And so we have seen, so these are